Good morning, all. It's Monday. I've recovered a bit from Gamescom. We had an extremely busy week last week, and looking forward to just getting back in the saddle for the rest of this week, and looking forward to going to DICE at the end of the month, which I'm phenomenally excited about. We're going to shoot some guns. We're going to interview the chaps in Sweden. We're taking 2 readers with us. That's going to be absolutely amazing. But in the meantime, this is what happened over the weekend. Alex Donaldson, who was freelancing for us at Gamescom, spoke to Greg Zechuk. I can never say his name right. I'm always confused about those names. It's Ray Muska and Greg Zechuk. I hope those are right, and I'm really sorry if they're not, Bioware people. We spoke to Greg at Gamescom about the Old Republic, and you really don't want to miss out. It's a brilliant interview, so go and check that out. Gamescom's announced that more than 275,000 people went through its doors last week, which makes it easily the biggest video game show in the world. But unfortunately, there were pretty shocking scenes of overcrowding on Saturday, and actually made me really angry. You know, it's just such a great show, and it kind of made it pointless. So I really hope they address that for next year. We're going to try and speak to them about that, because that really wasn't funny. Overcrowding aside, though, Johnny begrudgingly went and did his Dance Central video with this time it was a 2-player thing with John Drake from Harmonix. That's up on the site now, and he really is a slick mover, as you are about to see, as you're probably already aware from last year's video. But yes, go and see that now. The opening cinematic for Gears of War 3 has been released. If you haven't seen that yet, I don't know, you might not want to be spoiling it for yourself, but seriously, I saw that at Gamescom being played for the first time. It looks like a next generation game. I was absolutely gobsmacked by what they've done technically with Unreal Engine on 360. I didn't think it would go that far. And I asked Mike Capps, whether or not they were expected to get that sort of visual upgrade, and he said that they didn't. So seriously, technically, it's a bit of a marvel. So it's gone gold, and it's going to be out in a few weeks, actually, which is actually really exciting. So yeah, go and watch that now. Doom 4 single player is going to have half the rate of its multiplayer. Oh my God! It will only be 30 FPS 720. You will die. But it's going to look amazing. So yeah, never mind. It's Valve's goal to provide cross-platform play for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Apparently. Just as it did with that game with the holes. Portal 2. Yeah, this is a quote from Gamescom. It's created a bit of a debate about whether or not it could work in a sort of hardcore shooter, but yeah, there you go. 3DS's ambassador program is still running in Europe. It was supposed to close on August the 12th, and this is the program that gives you 20 free games if you have a sort of pre-price cut 3DS. It seems as though it works if you have a post-price cut 3DS as well. So yeah, go and buy a 3DS and download all those free games. If you haven't got a pre-order for the Old Republic, you might want to start getting on it, because when they're gone, they're gone. It does seem to be that they're really restricting launch numbers for that. There's still no release date on it, but yeah, it's going to be sooner rather than later. So don't be amazingly surprised if it gets announced pretty soon. Nielsen said over the weekend that World of Warcraft is still the most played PC game in America. That's not exactly a giant shock. And Xbox 360 is the most played console, plus ça change, and all that. There's a bunch of Guild Wars 2 footage up on the site, which is from a German site at Gamescom. I mean, NCSoft's MMOs really are, looking pretty swish, and that's no exception. So go and see that. There's a lot of actual play in it, dragon fighting and all that. So yeah, go take a look. The Little Big Planet 2 Move Pack is going to be out on September the 14th. So that's good if you own Little Big Planet 2 and Move. And Sega's Binary Domain, which has been developed by Nagoshi internally, will launch on February the 14th in the US and February the 17th in Europe. So that's a good thing too. That's looking really cool. IO said last week that past Hitman games sometimes just failed. An awful lot of people suggest otherwise. They seem to be pushing very hard on the new game Absolution, which looks amazing. So yeah, you should definitely be excited about that. Johnny was impressed with what he saw. And finally, D-Pad Studios Owlboy has a demo. It's an 80 megabyte thing for PC. It's a sort of RPG-like platformer. It won an indie award last year, I think, or this year, I can't remember. But anyway, that looks really awesome, and I'm sure you will probably like to download that for nothing. That's it for today. We're going to have an awful lot of Gamescom content going up this week. We saw tons of stuff. I think we saw about 40 games or something ridiculous. So yeah, keep it locked to VG247 for everything that's that we haven't put up so far. Aside from that, have a phenomenal day, and I'll see you tomorrow.